Hello guys, and welcome to another Wargame Red Dragon by me, Bubblebox. Today I'm doing an updated video. I did a video for the closed beta on this naval warfare. I'm just doing an updated version for the open warfare because I don't really want to be putting out outdated videos for this game, so I'm just updating it. The main things that have changed are the income points have gone up dramatically since the closed beta, and some of the ranges have increased slightly. And that's pretty much it, and the armor's changed a little bit on the ships as well. I think the reason they've increased the points value is so that people can't spam large fleets at the beginning of the game. So I mean, some of the ships ships are costing, like the big ships are costing like 200 to even up to 450, 500 points. So you're going to have to bring them in gradually along the game, or if you do want to bring in a lot of ships at the start, then you're basically not going to have any points for anything else. So it should prevent large destroyer and large sort of warship spamming at the start of the game, basically. So let's crack on with the Fremantle. Today we're doing the Blufor deck. The Fremantle, an unusual ship to start with. This main armament seems to be this mortar, which is basically lashed to the back of the ship here. Range, not fantastic, 4,900. Ammo, not fantastic at 100. Dispersion, okay. What can it be used for? Well, supporting ground units. I suppose it could be used for mortaring other ships, but with a range of 4,900 you don't, and a strength of only 80, you don't want to get too close to another anti-ship ship because it's going to blow this guy apart. Especially as well, it's got no close-in weapons system and no ECM either. So I'm not sure what you would use this for, whether you would bring it in over and above one of the bigger ships. Just a quick look at some of the stats that they've changed. The armor's changed. You've got now four front armor, 2 side armor, 4 back armor, and 2 top armor. And that does make sense, because if you attack a ship from the front, it's probably going to take a little bit less damage than if you attack it from the big angle at the side. And also the top's going to get artilleried and hit by aircraft as well. So makes kind of sense. Of course, the big stat to try to destroy ships now is their strength rather than their armor, although of course the armor will help somewhat. So this ship also has a little bit of a Blufor bow gun here, not too powerful and with an accuracy of only 15%, and a little Browning machine gun, a couple of them stuck just behind the bridge here. So next we have the Hatsuyuku. Now this is a much more impressive looking ship, and at 300 points it should be. Strength of 200, so pretty damn strong as well. It's got a little bit of an ECM there, 20%, and good close-in weapon system. And the close-in weapon system, the better this is, the higher chance to destroy basically enemy missiles that are aimed at your ship or ships. Now this is a good ship. It's got 8 anti-ship missiles with the top range of the Blufor ships of 8,750, and it's also got good anti-air capabilities against aeroplanes, 4,200 meter range, and helicopters 2,800 meter range, with 40% accuracy and 40% stabilizer. So pretty good. HE power is 6, so 2 shots from that and it will take down most planes, as long as they hit, of course. It's got the old Malera gun, and a lot of the Blufor Navy have got the Malera bow gun. It's got a range of 3,500. It can also shoot down helicopters and aeroplanes as well. Okay accuracy at 25% because it shoots fairly rapidly, so it can shoot at ground targets or at other ships, and can also shoot at helicopters and aeroplanes, of course. So that's about it for that ship. Nice looking ship, pretty decent. You get 2 of them, but they do cost 300 now, remember. Now this is the big boy, the Congo. This is the cover picture for this video, in case you didn't realise. This is a fantastic ship, but does cost 450 if you want to bring it in. It's got 8 Harpoon ship-to-ship missiles with decent accuracy and decent stabilizer, 8,750 range. And it's also got really nice anti-air defences with a range of these 96 of these MR Block 2 missiles with a range of 4,550, and good against choppers at 3,500 as well. It's also got this compact gun as well, At the front, the bow gun, not the Melina or Malera, whatever it's called. This compact gun, really nice, 5,600 meters, 20% accuracy, reasonable sort of rate of fire, and a nice HE power of 8 as well, which is pretty good. So nice looking ship. It's got a top strength of the Blufor units of 250. It's got 40% ECM and very good close-in weapon system. Pretty damn nice. Then we have the Lafayette. Now this has been improved, I think, since the closed beta. It looks a lot better now. Not in looks, it's always looked good, but in stats it's looking a lot better. Cost 200 to bring in. You can get 3 of them now. The strength is 150, not too bad, but the ECM is 60%. Really, really good. One of the top ECM ships in the game. It's got a close-in weapon system which is of a medium factor as well. So a nice modern warship. It's got 8 Exocet ship-to-ship missiles with a range of 7,000 meters. Good anti-air capabilities again against airplanes at 3,500 and choppers at 3,500 as well. The bow gun is this 6 BTR, so BTR, with HE power of 6, okay accuracy, okay-ish sort of range, you can shoot down helicopters and airplanes as well. Pretty nice ship. These are all command ships so far, by the way. Then we have the Oliver Hazard Perry. Now this has got the standard Malera. I won't tell you what Melina is, but Malera gun at the front. It doesn't look like one to me. It doesn't look like the other gun, but that's what it's meant to be apparently. It's got 16 ship-to-ship missiles with maximum range, good accuracy. So this is one of the big ship killers in the Blufor deck. It's got 160 points to call in. You can get 3 of them, and you can actually get 2 sets of some of these as well, so you could get, in theory, get 6 of these boys. Good stabilizers, medium close-in weapon system, 30% ECM, so pretty good ship, and it's got good air defenses as well against airplanes and choppers with these SMI MR Block 5 16 missiles, good range, and it's got the standard Malera bow gun that can do a bit of damage against other ships and or against ground units. I like that one quite a lot now. Next, another ship I quite like is the Oliver Hazard Perry. Now this has got, oh sorry, just that was the Oliver Hazard, so yes, ship to ship, sorry, I'm getting carried away here. So next, I'm so excited about these ships. Type 21 frigate. Now this one I'm not over keen on. I actually call this Jack of all trades but master of none. It's got 4 ship-to-ship missiles with a range of just over 6,000 meters, which is an okay accuracy and stabilizer. It's got okay-ish air defenses against helicopters and airplanes with these Sea-Cat missiles. It's got an okay-ish bow gun with only 15% accuracy though, but a decent range. So it's got a strength of 150, it costs 140, it's got bad close-in weapon system and no ECM. So as I say, it can do everything, but it can't do anything really well. So I'm not sure I would bring this into my deck, not initially anyway. Just let's try the other decent ships first. Why you'd bring this in over and above an Oliver Hazard Perry or Lafayette, I'm not quite sure, even though it costs a little bit less. So that's all the command ships. So we'll now move on to the other ships. Most of these are coastal now. The others were, all those previous ones were deep sea ships. These ones can get close to the coast and into inlets. I'm assuming they can go up to, but not under bridges, the coastal ships. Mainly used as support vessels. So this one, as we can see, is basically an anti-aircraft support vessel. Although itself it has a very bad close-in weapon system and not too decent ECM, but it does have these nice anti-air RGM 660 anti-air missiles which can shoot down airplanes and helicopters at very good ranges. And to protect itself, it's got this MK34 bow gun, not overpowerful, but it's there and it's cheap, and a couple of Browning machine guns stuck somewhere. Can't quite see them. Are they there? Yeah, just up there, look. Okay. So it costs 75 and it's got a strength of 80. Not fantastic, but useful as an anti-air support ship perhaps. Next we've got the, so that's the Baku. Next we've got the Chamsuri. This I'm not sure. Cost 75 to bring in, 50 strength, good close-in weapon system. So this could be a good support ship for deflecting incoming missiles, perhaps from other ships and aircraft. If you had it close to your other ships, sort of screening them, maybe. Although the strength is only 50. Yeah, I'm not sure. Bit of a double-edged sword there. It's got this Vulcan gun as well, which would be quite powerful against overflying aircraft and against choppers, with this massive fire rate. It's got a Browning machine gun, and it's also got one of these Blufor deck guns as well. So next, that's all I can say about that one really. The Donghae. Donghae is quite a nice little ship. It's not a command ship, but it's a nice little sort of frigate, destroyer frigate, probably a frigate type ship. It's got the Malera bow gun, which we spoke about already, but it's got this dual Emmerich 30 anti-aircraft gun with 3,000 rounds and a very high fire rate and a very nice range. So this is another sort of escort support ship, I suppose, with really nice anti-aircraft statistics. Strength of 100. It's got no close-in weapon system and a 40% ECM. It's also got the dual Blufor for shooting down pretty much any ground helicopter airplane that comes within its sights, but only a 15% accuracy. So yeah, nice little ship though, nice little ship. Next we've got the LCU. This is your supply craft, and it's got a fuel capacity of 10,000. You can, I see, get 4 of those in, so that's 40,000 litres of logistics and supply, which is an awful lot. And of course it can't only supply ground sea units, it can supply ground units as well. It's riverine, so it can go all the way along and up the rivers and can supply any of your ground units that are within the vicinity of the rivers as well, supporting defences, supporting attacks, resupplying artillery, whatever you want it to do. A nice flexible kind of unit that could be used instead of fobs or to complement your fobs. I'm assuming this would also fill up a fob, I'm not totally sure, but it is a fob in itself really. Next we've got these barges. This is like a barge sort of, it's got a howitzer on it, so it's artillery, a floating artillery. It's got 200 rounds, which is quite good, because it means it can fire autonomously without needing any resupply for quite a long time. It's also riverine, so it can go up rivers and can support ground units. It can also, I suppose, artillery fleets of ships. If they're clumped together, you could throw some artillery at them. They will do them some damage as well. Yeah, it's an okay howitzer type of artillery. It's got a good amount of ammo. You can get 8 of them on trained, which is quite a lot of artillery, and they only cost 50 each. That's not bad for an artillery piece, so might be seeing some of them in the game, depending on the map and stuff like that, really. Then we've got another barge-like creature, the Zippo, Monitor Zippo. Much like the tank, it's got napalm rounds of 1,050 meters. Infantry support. It's got a couple of guns. It can defend itself against close-in helicopters and infantry and stuff like that as well. Strength isn't fantastic. It is a barge after all. If it takes a few hits, it's going to go up like a firecracker. But it's okay. Now this ship, the Pegasus, this is an unusual ship and something completely new. It's got the Malera bow gun, so we're not going to speak about that again. We all know about that. But it's got 8 ship-to-ship harpoon missiles at the longest range for the Blufor units, with a decent accuracy and a decent stabilizer, which could be important for this ship as well. Now the important thing about this ship is it is the fastest ship. It's on this hydrofoil things. It's the fastest ship in the game. So the idea of this, I guess, is to get it in somewhere, shoot all your missiles off, and then get it out again quickly without getting attacked by the bigger ships with the longer ranges from the Red 4 side. So I suppose you need to be quite good at micromanaging units to use this, but it could be effective. Definitely one I want to try out. Could be some fun to use. And then last but not least, we've got the Riverine, this tiny little guy here. Now, at first looks, it looks tiny. It's not going to do you any harm, is he? Look at it. It's like a little insect in the water. I mean, how much damage can that do? But then you have a look, and it's got 8 Hellfire anti-armor missiles on it, with an armor-piercing value of 26, an accuracy, a massive accuracy of 70%, a decent stabilizer, 2,800 meter range. It's only got a 40 strength, but this is a riverine. It's meant to be used in the rivers, I think, or on the coast against armoured vehicles and tanks. It could do really well. It can defend itself against infantry with these grenade launcher type weapon and a Browning machine gun. It's going to only have specific uses, but it could be deadly if used in the correct situation. And they only cost 50, and you can get 6 of these guys. So 50 points for 8 Hellfire missiles ain't too bad. Okay, so that's all the ships for the Blufor side. So now we'll have a look at the aeroplanes. So aircraft, anti-ship aircraft. So this is the first one. This is the A6E Tram Intruder. It's got 4 air-to-ship missiles with a good range of 5,600. It's mono sort of usage. It's got decent accuracy. It's only meant for attacking ships. I'm not sure how good it's going to be. It's got a 30% ECM. Okay, it's not too fast, but it's an okay plane, I think. An okay plane, and the cost reflects that at 140. The CF-18ASW is a dual-purpose plane. It's got 4 Harpoon shipped air-to-ship missiles with a good range and a good accuracy and stabilizer. It's got a good ECM and it's fast. It's also got 2 AIM missiles and a Vulcan gun as well for shooting down helicopters and planes. So a pretty nice looking aeroplane. And you can shoot ships with it, and you can shoot at other aircraft and helicopters with it as well. Then we've got the ubiquitous Starfighter, which in this case has been converted to carry 2 air-to-ship missiles. Range 4,200, accuracy okay. Problem, no ECM. So you're going to lose this every time. If you send this into a big fleet, you're probably going to lose it. But you can get, I think, 4 of these in fact. So I suppose if you sent 4 in, some of them are going to hit home. It's also got this Vulcan minigun. So it depends. If you want to spam lots of small planes, you could use these, I guess. Although you can only get 1 card of them. Next is the Tornado MFG. Quite expensive at 170, but pretty awesome plane. Dual use again. 4 air-to-ship missiles with a very nice accuracy of 75% and a range of 4,900. Good ECM and very fast. It's also got 2 AIM 9L missiles for anti-air air warfare and this Mauser gun, which is quite nice. Then we have the F-16A Block 16, 110 points to bring in. Again, this is quite nice. This has only got 2 air-to-ship missiles this time. Range is a bit poor at 4,550. Accuracy is okay. ECM's 40%. 2 AIM 9L missiles and a Vulcan gun. So sort of a middling sort of plane for 110 points, and you can get 2 of them. Now this is one of the big daddies, the Hornet. It does cost a lot, 200 points. Super Hornet. It's got 4 air-to-ship missiles with a long range, 5,600 meters, good accuracy, very good ECM at 50%, and very fast. It's also got 4 AIM 9M missiles, so it can take on pretty much any other sort of anti-air, anti-sea, anti-air aircraft in the game, and it's got a nice Vulcan minigun as well. So that's a very nice aircraft. You can get 2 of them hardened. The F111G, this is again just for shooting ships, similar to the first aircraft that we looked at. It's got 4 air-to-ship missiles, 5,000, good range, 5,600, good accuracy, good stabilizer, fast, okay ECM. Again, a good middling kind of air-to-ship plane if you want to get one. Next, the Super Étendard. Not sure about this one. It only cost 80, and I think the reason it only cost 80 is it's only got 1 missile. It's got 1 air-to-ship missile with a very good range of 5,950, very good accuracy and very good stabilizer. Okay ECM, and a gun to shoot down like choppers and other aircraft if it gets into any problems, I guess. But, you know, it's got one missile, so it's a good one, a very good missile. I guess that's for taking out stragglers, or maybe attacking retreating fleets of ships if they're quite damaged already and you want to finish one off or something like that. I'm not sure. We'll have to give that a test, I think, in game. Last but not least, the Tornado GR1B, very similar to the Tornado MFG. It's got 2 air-to-ship missiles, 5250, decent accuracy, ECM's okay, very fast, 2 AIM 9L missiles, and the Mauser BK-27 gun as well. Nice. So probably most people will be going for either the Tornado GR1B, I expect, or the Tornado MFG, or probably the Super Hornet. One of those 3. They're the best ones at the moment. They've got dual use and they've got some nice missiles on them as well, and they're fast and they've got ECM. And they cost a lot, of course. Of course they do. So next we're going to have a look at the choppers, the helicopters. So I'll just find them, helicopter and ship, there we are. So Blufor has got 4 of these guys. This is the first of them. They're all pretty similar, just varying their stats a little bit. So this one's got 2 Exocet, this is the Super Puma, 2 Exocet missiles, 4,900 meter range, it costs 60, it's got very nice accuracy, and that's all we can say about it really. It's pretty fast, yeah, so not bad, and you can get 6 of those guys in. Next is the Panther, this funny radar thing on its nose. Nice to see it's got rockets now instead of the pods. I think that was a mistake in the closed beta. Not so good a range, 3,850, but okay still against most ships. It's not going to come into range of their anti-helicopter range. Really good accuracy on this one though, 80%, so it's not got as much range, but it's much more accurate than the previous one, so it still costs 60 points and fast as well. The next one is the good old Lynx. This has got a range of 4,200, not massive, but okay. 4 air-to-ship missiles. Accuracy is quite good. Cost 40, probably because the accuracy is down a bit and the range is down a little bit, so it costs a little bit less. But again, you can get 8 of these guys at 40 apiece. And finally, we have the SH-60B ASM with a range with 2 air-to-ship missiles, a range of 4,550 meters, decent accuracy and stabilizer again, and a good speed. So all these choppers are pretty much similar. One's a little bit cheaper because it has slightly worse stats, but these should come in very useful against ships and will force the opposition to try to get an air superiority in order to combat this threat if you decide to go this direction. So that's it for the Blufor deck, for Blufor Naval Warfare. I'll do the next video on an updated video on the Red Fort Naval Warfare. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.